Hey guys, welcome back to Fruitopia at the end of the first month of spring, and that's the end of September. And now from here on it's gonna warm up for us here in Melbourne slowly. It's gradual. It's not like Sydney or elsewhere north where they get straight into the high 20s and 30s in spring. Not here. Here we have to wait till the end of spring for that sort of jump. So it's gradual. It takes about 2 months to go from 20 Celsius to 30 Celsius. And those 2 months are September and October. So we have another month to go before we hit the really comfortable weather for the tropicals. All right, so we've been back now 3 to 4 days from our travels, and today's the first sunny day. And I went around on this comfortable 19 Celsius day and checked out the souks. Yeah. So there's been a lot of changes this week, even though we just got back. My neighbor pulled down all his pine trees that he had along here for the last 40, 50 years. Well, he didn't have them. He's only been here recent. But those pine trees were here for about 40 or 50 years, probably 50 or longer. And they're gone now. So now I have the south. This is the south aspect of the property, all open. So when we get those Antarctic winds, they will no longer be blocked by the pine trees. Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of cold in winter in this area. But that's how it is, guys. But the benefit is we're going to be getting sunset now. We've never had proper sunsets at Fruitopia because of these 1, 2, 3 pine trees that were there. Because the sun sets right over there, just behind the greenhouse. And as you can see, it's already there. So that means it's 4 p.m. Yeah, it's the end of the day. So what I did in the last hour, I went around, cleaned up a bit more with a blower, and I had a look at the tropicals under the frost cloths just to document the date of inspection. And starting with these frangipani or plumeria, they were bone dry when we got home, the soil, as was the red Deca banana here. But look how great it's doing, even with bone dry soil. I'm talking like bone dry to the bottom. There's a built-in saucer. It's one of those self-watering pots, and it was bone dry even in the saucer. The built-in saucer was bone dry, not a drop. And yet, look at that, guys, without any water. And that's because bananas can retain moisture, right? And so can these plumerias. And they pulled through really well. I gave them water. I watered the pot yesterday. Its first drink in 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And I also watered these plumerias, their first drink in 8 weeks. So now the soil is a little moist. And as far as winter damage, well, there is some winter damage. I don't know if it's cold or I don't know what. But right here, you can see the rot at the top here of this particular arm. So that's it, just here. Out of the whole plant, only that there got the rot right at the tip. The rest of the plant is fine, and as is this plant here, no problem. And as you can see, they're turning green. They're like starting to wake up, ready to push growth. So green tips is a good sign. There's a green tip on this one too, but that's not going to go anywhere with this rot in the way. Yeah, but overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the result on the frangipani. They never got any rain because of the overhead pergola. Just like papayas, these do not need water at all in winter, like 8 to 10 weeks of no watering. They made it just fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but that's another topic. I don't want to digress. Now this video is about what survived and what didn't under the frost cloths. So I have to move fast. We've got a lot to cover, and there's only 1 hour of light left. I didn't start early because I was busy doing things online, and I just came out, cleaned, as I said, just cleaned up again and checked. Quickly going through these ones here. These are not under the frost cloth, but since we're here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 jabuticabas. They came through fine with just overhead protection from bananas and the big bay leaf tree. Unfortunately, I lost this Spanish lime, but that's no surprise. That really needed to be indoors, just like the abiu. That's ultra tropical. Pity, but oh well. And I don't understand why this, yeah, it's moist. I don't understand why this Thai guava keeps dying back every winter. 3 winters in a row, it's died back, and then it sprouts again. It always sprouts from under here, and then it tries again. So we're gonna enter the 4th winter. The 4th winter with this guy. Wow, what a sook. He was in a pot for a year. He was in the ground for a year. And now I put him back in the pot for the 3rd year, and he doesn't seem to like one way or the other way. And yes, I gave him well-draining soil. I didn't use any what you call it? I forgot what it's called again. The white stuff. I didn't give him any of the mix there. Just plain potting mix. And I don't know if it's the wet soil that put him off, or just the cold. I don't know, but yeah, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I guess he's alive, sorta, but not a happy camper, this Thai guava. I've got another one on the side, and he's doing really well, really well. Okay, next, this is the Gefner Atemoya custard apple, and I think we lost him too. Let me see. Yeah, what a pity. I got this late in the season, in April. Not a good time to be purchasing tropicals just before winter, but it's very hard to come across a Gefner. So when I saw it, I snapped it up. But again, in its first winter, it should have been inside, not out here. My bad. And I did give him the proper mix. This is the stuff I'm talking about. Right now, I'm not 100% with it, guys, okay? Because I've got a million things to think about, not just the garden. Let's see. I think the rootstock would have survived. Let's see. No, the rootstock's dead too. Wow, total annihilation of the Gefner. What rootstock is that? I haven't got my glasses. Hang on, let's see. The rootstock is... Does it say? I can't see. I can't see what the rootstock is. But in any case, he's a goner. I lost the custard apple, and I lost the Spanish lime. The Thai guava's alive, just. And of course, all the babacos survived perfectly fine. They just dropped their leaves. Oh, and the what's it called? The Glen mango seedling survived. Winter out here in the open cold. Yeah, what a survivor, huh? The 2 leaves it got back in April or March, back in March, are still there, and they're really happy. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this, because it's not a true to type mango. We'll just have to wait a few years to see what happens. What's this one here? That's a jackfruit. I think we lost the jackfruit. And what's that? I think that's Canistel. We lost that. And what's this? That's another jackfruit, the black gold. The second, I've got another black gold in the ground which survived. But this one here in the pot, the thing is, they resprout. The jackfruits resprout. Let's see. No, I don't think he's going to resprout. I think he's had it. Yeah. Doesn't matter, guys. Doesn't matter. What's this one here? Champerdak. Yeah, well, he was gone at the end of summer. I lost the Chempedek because of the heat, not the cold. He was dead before. Oh, let's not forget this one here. The very, very rare grafted achacha, which I also left out here in the open, right? Look at that. He did just fine. It seems like the achacha can take the cold just fine. Hang on, there's a peace lily in the way. Right, the peace lily is over him. Yeah, so achacha, no problem. And you can see the soil mix, right? The soil mix with acidic soil. So I gave him perfect soil, just like I do with the jabuticabas. Yeah, they're sooks. They want not only the right temperature, they also want the right soil. All right, so let's get out of here now. Now that we've seen how these all went, I guess it was okay, right? But my bad for leaving the custard apple and the Spanish lime out. Guys, I had to because I wasn't home. Who's going to water it? Who's going to water these 2 pots in the kitchen? Huh? Who? Nobody. So they would have dried out and died. So I took a chance on leaving them out in the cold. Okay, we're at 11 minutes and I haven't uncovered a single tree yet. And we've got so many trees to uncover, guys. You already saw the video on the Glen mango. This is like a flying champion. Like I said in the past, there's nothing that can kill this tree. Once a mango tree gets to this size in Melbourne, right, to this size, nothing can kill it. Unless you get a once in a century blizzard, like a snow blizzard, like -4, -5, which I don't think it has ever happened in 100 years. Then we're in trouble. But as long as the temperature is above -2, -2 is the cutoff line. If it's above -2, nothing can touch it. Okay, next. Oops, looks like we lost our papaya. I just pulled this out from in there. This is one of 2. Gee, what was its name again? Hang on. I can't remember the names, guys. Come on, give me a break. It's this one here, right? This is the other one. This one survived. Red Army. So I put 2 Red Army papayas in the ground last November 2024, right? And this one was covered until last week. And it survived. I already documented this a few days ago. But its little friend over here didn't survive. Did not survive. Yeah, it rotted at the roots. Now, how in the heck did that happen? How did the roots rot when it wasn't watered? Not a drop of water since the 1st of June. Not from me and not from above. How? How could this happen? How did this happen? Other than this part here, the rest of the plant is solid. It's rock solid, rock hard. Well, until you get to the very, very top, then it's soft. Yeah, here it's soft. So that's a mystery. That remains a mystery. And remember, this is a raised bed. This was not planted at grade level. It was planted above grade, at least 10 inches. Just like the wax jambu that's there. And the jackfruit, right? These are above grade. So it's a mystery how this rotted. And before you say the rain got in, no, it didn't. Look, I had it covered all the way at the back too. Completely blocking the rain from the back and the sides and the front and all around, guys. All around. All round wrap, double wrap. And on the top too. I covered the top of the papaya, not the jackfruit. Look. See, look. It's covered. So mystery remains. Anyway, so that's the first casualty under the frost cloths. Next we have the jackfruit seedling. And I do see some cold damage right there. That branch there. Not branch, twig. That's just a twig that's had it. And I see another leaf. Basically a dead leaf up there. And I don't know what that black color there is on the trunk. I don't know if that's the trunk turning, if that's the trunk turning brown, or if that's rot. I don't know, because above it it's green. See how it's green up there? You can't have a green trunk above a rotten trunk. So that must be the trunk maturing. The rest of it is all, see the brown color there? It's eventually going to turn to regular wood, like that. So we'll have to wait and see what that's all about there in the center. I'm guessing it's just the wood maturing. Yeah, looking good on the jackfruit. And even better than that, there's a lot of new tips coming. Right? They themselves have had cold damage. See the brown spots on that new shoot? That's cold damage because it wasn't covered. It didn't get covered, guys. But it doesn't matter. There's a lot of them. There's another one there. That hasn't opened yet, so it hasn't been damaged. Yeah, and even all the way to the top up there. That one there, that's ready to unfurl. There's another one there too. There's two of them. So as the temperature warms up, we're not at 30 degrees yet like Sydney or Brisbane. We're not there yet. We're still 1920, guys. 1920. So I want them to wait before they open up. Otherwise, they're going to get the same treatment as this guy. They're going to get cold damage. Yeah. And there's another one that did open, and that's also got cold damage. That little leaf there. See that young one? Yeah, so the jackfruit cannot make a move until the temperatures climb well over 20. All right, next. Yep. This one here is the in-ground black gold seedling jackfruit, which I showed you recently, with its dead leaf on the bottom. But look, it's got green leaves at the top. Not the most luscious looking leaves, but they're green, right? So the tree's alive. It made it. Even though I hadn't covered it all the way to the bottom. See how it's open at the bottom? Yeah, so I left an opening there. I just ran out of frost cloth. So that's the reason that leaf got torched. Yeah, I'm sure if I had it properly covered down to the ground, that would not have happened. Oh well, guys, oh well. I've got a lot of trees to cover. And I just ran out of material. You saw the acerola, 100% perfect. The other red army, papaya, not perfect, but perfect stem. No sign of root rot at the bottom at all. Nowhere. 100% made it. And it's even got a couple of new leaves here and in the middle. Yeah. So great news on there. I'll try to move real quick. The rose apple survived, of course, no problem. As a matter of fact, I can even uncover that today. It's 100% perfect, every leaf. Baby rose apple. The wax jambu, this was my experiment. Completely unprotected all winter, and it survived. Not only did it survive, it's got the same amount of leaves as it did back in June. Wow. That means the wax jambu in the right position, the fence. That's the right position. The fence and all day sun in winter. That's the right position. We'll make it without protection. But again, it has to have the right perfect conditions. Yeah, I got another one of these out the back that's completely protected because it's in the open. It doesn't have the luxury of a fence. Next, J33 seedling jackfruit, which I planted back in summer. That survived. And that's with a crappy tissue thick frost cloth, right? It's like Kleenex. And it's exposed at the bottom. Look, exposed at the bottom, and it survived. So that tells me this particular jackfruit is going to be a winner. I had two of these. I had one here and I had one planted over there, and that one died because I had it uncovered when we had 38 Celsius. It got torched from the heat, whereas this one didn't because it had the protection from the overhead pomegranate shade. It had shade. Yeah, that's why this survived. So I got one of the two. Make it. Next, the Florigon mango. That survived too. Yeah, it survived very well in its second winter. Hang on. As you can see, champion. No damage at all. This is grafted, by the way, not a seedling. So the Florigon is a winner, is a keeper for Melbourne, for cold Melbourne. Again, it's getting that wind protection from the fence and all day sun in winter. Florigon is a keeper, as is the black gold jackfruit. Okay, let's move on. Next, I've got two seedling KP mangoes. They both survived fine. I haven't opened them, but I can see the green leaves through the light, through the sunlight. I didn't want to undo all the clips. I don't know how much damage, if any, has been caused, but I see a lot of green. Every leaf I can see is green. That's all I need to know, really. I don't need a 100% accuracy report. Even if a dozen leaves are burnt, it's still fine. The same with this one. This is the one I pruned. Remember how I pruned the tops and everyone went ballistic? Yeah, guys, this one made it. I don't know how the tops have done where I clipped them. I'm sure it got a lot of damage up there from the cold, but it's really pushing up against the frost cloth, the green leaves here. So that survived. Oh, the other good news is, and by the way, I'm going to be taking all these frost cloths off over the next 2 weeks. That is between October 5th and October 20. Somewhere in there, depending on the tree. And some of the trees I'm not going to uncover at all, like the Mamey Sapodi here. I'm leaving that covered, half covered. Look at the cover I gave it. That's a crap cover, but it's better than nothing. It got frost protection, but not wind protection. Just quickly, since we're here, it survived, right? Well, barely, but it's fine, right? It's not the happiest camper, but look at the worms do, man. The worms do more damage than the freaking cold. Yeah, so it survived with half a cover. And I'm going to leave the cover on because it's all, not only is it cold sensitive, it's hot sensitive, that is sun sensitive. So I don't want it to get torched by the hot sun in November, December. Remember, this time last year I had these plum trees. These plum trees were like 5 meters high. This one here and that one there. And they were giving shade to all these tropicals. That shade's gone now. The only shade now is coming from these distant avocados, cherry moya and bananas. That's the only shade they're getting now in winter / spring. But come summer, the sun's gonna be up there right above them. Right now, the sun is there behind this shade. But in November, December, it's going to be right up there, right above these tropicals. And they're not going to be happy. Well, the sapodilla will. Sapodilla can take direct sun in summer, 40 Celsius. You cannot kill a sapodilla with heat. That's the only one out of all the trees here that can take torture. Even the mango can't take direct hot sun in summer when it's a baby. We're talking baby now. We're not talking full-size mango. This is only up to my waist. It cannot take full sun. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with the R2E2. This is a grafted mango, and it did really well as well. Right, again, the green leaves, which I can see, you probably can't see them on camera, but it made it. Plus I uncovered it earlier and I had a look. So the mango is fine, the mamey is fine, the sapodilla is fine. Very fine, have a look. Since it's open, we can get in there. Look, I can even pull it out. I can even pull out the branch, look. Look at that for fine, how's that? Huh? Winter, 4 months of winter. So, yeah, sapodilla is doing absolutely fantastic. It can take the cold and it can take the hot sun. This is a champion tropical. The only problem is it's really slow. Sapodilla and mamey sapodi, extremely slow to grow. Now, if you have it in a heated greenhouse, yeah, like our friend Ryan, yeah, that's different. You speed up the process of fruiting. Well, these aren't in a heated greenhouse, guys. They're out in the blizzard, Melbourne blizzard. So it's going to take 7 to 10 years for these to fruit, not 12 months. Canistel made it perfectly. I'm not going to uncover it. It did fine. The other oh, and here's the since we're here, this is the Jala avocado that I got. Well, I don't know why I got it, but I just got it. I saw it and I bought it, right? I didn't order it, didn't go out of my way. I only got it because it happened to be at Bulleen Arts and Garden. They had it and it was a good price. I think I only paid like $60, $50, $60. So I thought, oh, what the heck? I'll try it and see how it goes. So that's why it's here. Otherwise, I really don't need another avocado, guys. Look, I've got the shepherd. It's doing so freaking great, right? Look, where is it? The shepherd. I really don't need another avocado. Look, the shepherd. It's doing great. Look, all the way up there, all the flower buds. Right? But as I said, I got the Jala because it was in front of my face. The same with the bacon avocado. Look at it. It's amazing. It's plenty of avocado. Look, it's almost 5 meters tall. And that only took 3 years. In 3 years, the bacon avocado is, 12 to 15 feet tall in the ground. This is not a heated greenhouse. In the ground, guys, in the ground. All right, so let's get back to the Jala. Did I need it? No, I didn't need it, but I got it. So, the next mango, the one that everyone loves to hate. Don't buy it, don't buy it, don't buy it, but I bought it. Survived also. Pretty spectacularly, actually. Hang on. I don't want to step on this bloody banana corn. Yeah, there it is. There's the leaf, the green leaf. Yeah. I forgot its name. Damn, I always forget the name of this mango. I don't know why. But it's doing great. Not Pickering. Why do I forget your name? Doesn't matter. Okay, let's go and have a look at the this problem avocado. This is the reed. The reed. I don't know why the reed, it's dropped all its leaves. It's got one there and one here. Why it's been funky with me. I gave it a great position here, raised bed, right above the bluestone, 10 inches above grade. I mean, the stem is doing great all the way down to the ground. The soil is not wet, it's mostly dry, so it's not getting too much water. But, well, we'll have to wait and see, right? We'll have to wait and see on the reed. And since we're here, check out all the bananas, guys. We're going bananas. A lot of wind damage, of course, from all the catastrophic winds we had all winter. So we've got another bunch up there, a bunch here, and we've got one sitting on the roof up there. Look, I'm not kidding you guys. We're going bananas in Melbourne town. Yep, three bunches. Yeah, okay. All right, so what else? Oh, and talking about bananas, I got one ready to pull down. That's hanging over my neighbor's fence. Look, a whole bunch ready to cut down. All right, so next, I don't want to digress. It's so easy to digress in this garden because there's so much activity, guys. All right, now the three mangoes here. Hang on. Gee, I got a mental block. I can't remember their names. Can you believe it? Anyway, they're both alive, except that one there suffered cold damage, and the reason for that is I left the bottom open. That was a mistake again. See that little bit? See that little opening down there? Where is it? There. 12 inches. That was not a smart idea. That caused about 12 leaves to turn brown, and the graft is half dead. So I hope it makes it. I hope it makes it because Alfonso, that's the name. That's the Alfonso mango. So I'm really disappointed because it was doing so well right up till June, like zero cold damage at all up till the end of June. So I'm guessing all those cold winds that we had in August and September, the smashing, damaging winds, just played havoc under there. This one here did better than the Alfonso. I'm trying to think of its name. They're both Indian or Pakistani, whatever, whichever mangoes. This one did better than the Alfonso. It doesn't have as much damage. Very, very, very minor damage. We lost the sweet tart. The sweet tart's gone to heaven. The sweet tart mango. Unfortunately. There's the label there. Sweet tart. Damn it. Lost that one. And that was fully protected to the ground. See the frost cloth? Right under. It wasn't looking that good anyway. Even during summer. Because I transplanted this back in late spring last year. From over there, I had it over there, and I brought it here, and it wasn't happy to be transplanted, and it was always sulking through summer and autumn, and then winter just went chop, killed it off. Not a good idea to move mangoes. So this one we lost. That's the oh man, hang on. Okay, it'll come to me. This one has barely managed to survive. That's the peanut butter fruit tree. The peanut butter fruit tree has lost all its leaves. Half the stalk or half the stem is dead, but the bottom half is green when you scratch it. So it is alive just by a thread. Blackberry jam fruit is completely dead. This one here, gone to heaven. This one died in June, at the beginning of winter. Go figure. And again, I left it open underneath. See that? Well, I left two sides open. Whereas the peanut butter fruit tree was completely protected right down to the ground, as was this mango that I'm still not remembering its name. It'll come to me. Let's just move around. Papaya. The papaya survived. Yay! Now, this is not a red army. This is the one I planted 2 years ago. This has been in the ground for almost 2 years. Come October. 2 years in the ground. Let me undo it. I just want to show you guys, because I was excited to see it alive. I thought, wow, it made it. The frost cloth didn't make it. I'm surprised it didn't fly away, but it got one of the stakes got smashed. All right, have a look. Look, it made it. It dropped all its leaves, but it's solid. No root rot to the bottom. No root rot. And it's intact. It's intact right to the tip, right to the top. So it made it for the second winter. That's 2 winters it's survived now. And I'm trying to think of its name. It's one of those, oh man, one of those long numbers. See if I can find the label. If I can find it. I can't find the label, guys. But once I uncover it in a couple of weeks, then all will be revealed on this papaya. So, perfect survivor. And since we're here, check out all the red Shatut mulberries. We're getting another epic what do you call it? A bounty all across. Crazy. Okay, I think we've covered everything. Yep. Oh, also the lychee. This lychee blows my mind. No overhead protection, right? And a shade cloth, not a frost cloth. Again, just like the sapodilla. This is for you guys in Melbourne, right? This does not apply to the tropics, but in the cold parts of Australia, lychee will survive the cold in Melbourne if it's given basic protection. Doesn't have to be extreme like those guys there, just basic. And the most basic is wind. This is wind protection. Lychee hates wind and it hates hot sun in summer, right? So this is a dual purpose shade cloth, wind and hot sun. Once it gets to, up to two meters, then we'll reassess it and maybe remove this shade cloth. But for now, it's staying for another year. Yeah. And since we're here, check out the carob. The carobs at different stages. You got young carob there. See these little baby ones that are coming? And then you got larger ones that have already formed. Pretty cool, huh? And we're getting a lot of them this season. Well, every year, of course, it's gonna multiply. It's gonna multiply every year. So that's pretty awesome. They're all over. But the tree is gonna have to be maintained, trimmed, because it looks like it's gonna be a monster. And it's gonna get in the way of the look at all the fruit buds here, flower buds on the pomegranate. This is the Elsh. Wow, it's full of flowers. The Ben-Hur, I don't see much going on. This is more of a late season pomegranate. These come at the beginning of summer. This starts flowering late. All right, so I'll do a general garden video next time, but I want to cover everything today. What else? The black sapodi has pulled through really, really well. I'm so proud of this tree. Check out all the fruit up there. Chocolate pudding fruit. As I said in our past video, we're going to have at least 50 black sapodis. 50, you heard right. On this 10 to 12 year old tree. It's amazing. Wow. And I was really afraid when I saw the wind reports when I was traveling. So I'm glad I reinforced it with this stake, right? Otherwise this tree would have been a goner for sure. All right, so what else? The Vernon has finished fruiting. The last one fell probably a week or so ago when we were gone. It was on the ground splattered. The very last white sapodi. And this mango, I think we're going to finish off with this. This mango is a Bowen seedling, and it pulled through for its first winter without protection. Zero protection. And look at it, guys, with no protection at all. Look at this. Look at this. It's getting new growth. As I showed this already back in August. But August and the end of September are two different periods, right? A lot of cold damage starts showing up around now on these guys. And instead of the cold damage showing up now, this is showing up instead. Look. Look at that. New growth. This is without protection. Without any cover, frost cloth. It's waking up. Then that means this mango is has passed the test. What do you call it? The Melbourne winter cold test. Yeah, it never needs to be covered anymore. Just like the Glen. Just like the Glen mango, the Bowen seedling can make it on its own without me helping it. Isn't that awesome? Huh? Yeah, it's standing at 2.5 meters. Oh, and we got the first mangoes from this last summer. You can go back and have a look. 2 or 3 huge KP mangoes. All right, guys. Let's wrap it up now because I can go on forever, right? And I haven't even shown you the back. Hey, check out the jabuticaba that I planted here a year ago. This is only 1 year in the ground. It's called the giant variety. Look how well it's done with extremely with no pampering. Yeah, no pampering at all. It's doing its own thing. It's going to be a bit of a challenge because it's a very tight area. So what I have to do is prune it and prune it and prune it so it grows straight up. It's because what it wants to do is go into a wide growth, and we can't have that because we've got the mulberry there and the apricots there and the cara orange there and the black sapote. Look how well this black sapote is doing. It's only been in the ground for 1.5 years and it's almost as tall as me. Yeah, forget about protecting black sapote. Look at it. 2 winters unprotected and it's flying. It's doing better than any other tree. The black sapote seedling, not grafted. The grafted ones are a pain in the butt. They take forever here in the cold. Stick to seedlings, guys. Seedling mango, seedling black sapote, and many other type of tropicals. We'll finish it off with this other KP seedling mango. This has been in the ground now for 3 years, unprotected. Again, 3 winters without being pampered, right? And by the way, this also fruited last summer, but once the fruit was yay big, they fell. Just didn't quite make it. So this summer number 4, I'm sure it's going to give us fruit, full size, just like the Bowen did. And as you can see, it's in full wake up mode. Yeah. So again, seedling mango, guys. I'm not talking to people in the tropics where it's 25 all year. I'm talking about here in Melbourne where it's 10 to 15 for half the year. Very, very slow growing Melbourne. All right, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching. I'll do a part 2 from the back. I got a lot less trees back there covered. I've only got the wax jambu and the 4 new mangoes, which all survived. All the mangoes survived. So that's a hint in advance. Look at these bananas. They got smashed by the cold. But even so, in about a month from now, in fall, at the end of October, these bananas, all these bananas are going to look like it's the middle of summer. Because look, it's getting a new leaf here, it's getting a new leaf there, new leaf here, new leaf there, right? So, yeah, give us a like if you enjoyed the video, And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you guys from the next one. There's the Starling's white guava. Came through like a champion in year 3. We got some nice big guava from this. But the timing wasn't good because we weren't home when they were ready and they dropped and we lost them. I only got to taste 1 out of the 10 that were there. The others splattered. They come in May/June. Not a good time for us to have a taste of the Starling white. Yeah, unfortunately we don't get tropical guavas in summer like they do in the tropics. Our tropical guavas come in autumn, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Bad because they're not as sweet as they otherwise would be. Good because we don't get the fruit fly that they do up there. Yeah, check out the Grumichama. It's 3 meters tall by 1.5 meters wide. Lush. Look at the lushness on it. Guys, Grumichama. If you're in Melbourne, plant. I planted another one of these last summer. And it's doing really well. You're going to see it in the next video. In only 1 year, how well it's done. Grumichama, Brazilian cherry. So much better than the Suriname cherry. It looks like we're going to get some fruit as well. These little fruitlets have been hanging on since May. 5 months. What tree holds its fruit for 5 months? Huh? Do you think they'll grow? We'll find out. We lost the passion fruit here, the granadilla. That's gone to heaven. But the other one, the sweet granadilla, survived winter. So we're gonna wait for him to wake up and start growing. And the Aman guava survived as well, no problem. Yeah, guys. This is the Hawaiian Supreme. See, now I'm going on and on and on because there's just so much to show. The Hawaiian Supreme white sapote. It's loaded with about 100 fruit. Oh my gosh. The kumquat. Whatever happened to the kumquat? What the hell? What on earth? All right, guys. Over and out.